Hey guys, Mr. Bryce here. Today we are going to be working on comparing numbers. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to be talking about 1, 2, and 3-digit numbers today. So first we need to review place value. So when we compare numbers, we need to look at the place value. So as you can see below, we do have a place value chart. It shows thousands here. We won't be using thousands, but we will be using hundreds, tens, and ones. So here's our chart zoomed in. Now we have 1, 1. So that's just 1. Here we have 110, which is equal to 10 ones. Okay. Over here we have 100, which is equal to 10 tens. So that's an important thing to remember. Okay, it's really important to remember place values. So we have 1, 1, 1. 100, 110, and 1, 1. All right, so 7. How would we show this with cubes in the correct place value? So let's take a look. So you can see here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So that is how we would show that we have 7 ones. It's helpful, guys, to put them in rows of 5, because when you have a row of 5, you can start off going 5, 6, 7. You don't have to do that, but that is one way to think about it. And this is probably how you guys would draw it with dots. 21. How would we show this with cubes in the correct place value? Let's take a look. So as you guys can see here, I have my 10 frames. So this is 110, 2 tens, and 1 1. So 20 and 1 is 21. Okay? That's just another way to write it. 20 plus 1 equals 21. So 354, how would we show this with cubes, lines, dots, squares, etc.? Let's take a look. Okay, so we are going to start in our hundreds place value. So as you can see, we have 1 100, 2 100, and 3 100s. So that is 300 right there. That is going to represent our 3 in the hundreds place value. Okay, 3 100s. Next, we have our tens place value. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Remember, our number was 354. But right now we're on tens. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tens to represent 50. Okay. And next we have our ones place value. So this is where we're going to show our 4. So we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So that would give us a total of 354. 3 100s, 5 10s, and 4 1s. Here's how you guys would draw it. Just draw squares for hundreds if you need to draw it to help yourself. 354, or 300 plus 50 plus 4 is 354. Notice how this 4 replaces the 0 here. This 5 replaces the 0 here. Same with the 4. So we can drop our zeros because on 300, because we are filling them in, because we have 3 100s, 5 10s, 4 1s. Okay, so remember, place value means where the numbers digits are. So that would be our 1s, our 10s, and our hundreds. Looks like I may have a small little typo down here, but so remember our practice numbers. They are 7, 21, and 354. We had 7 ones, 2 tens, and 1 1, or 20 plus 1 equals 21. And lastly, we have 3 hundreds, 5 tens, and 4 ones, or 300 plus 50 plus 4 is 354. So, next, when we are comparing numbers, we're going to need to know some symbols, which we will learn about. So, do you guys know the symbols? This one is probably very familiar. That's an equal sign, right? If you know what these are, great. If you forgot, no big deal. You guys may have learned about alligators eating stuff. So let's find out what they mean.
$432 and $824. The gator eats the one that's worth more. He looks at the place values from left to right. It's the greatest hundreds place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the number that's greater. The number that is least is never part of his speech. 355 and 332. The gator needs to eat the one with the greater value. He looks at the place values from left to right. 5's the greatest tens place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the number that's greater. The number that is least is never part of his speech. 145 and 149. The gator needs the greater value on the number line. He looks at the place values from left to right. 9's the greatest ones place, so he takes a big bite. The hungry alligator eats the number that's greater. The number that is least is never part of his speech. Now the numbers are the same on both sides. The gator wants to eat, but he can't decide. Neither is greater or less. It's a perfect tie, so the alligator writes an equal sign. The hungry alligator eats the number that's greater. The number that is least is never part of his speech. The hungry alligator eats the number that's greater. The number that is least is never part of his speech.
So, comparing numbers. When we are comparing numbers, our symbols are this one. This would be the alligator eating the bigger number on the right side. So the bigger number would be here. The smaller number would be here. Means less than. Okay. The hungry alligator is a great way to remember it. Now, this one, it would be eating the bigger number on this side, right over here. Smaller number would be over here. That means greater than. Okay. You guys know this sign. This would mean equal to in this case. So the two numbers would be the same. I would have 7 on this side, and I would have 7 on the other side as well. Okay, let's compare numbers and do a little practice here. So we're going to compare 4 and 9. So there's 4. We have our 4 cubes, and 9, our 9 cubes. So if you count those out, we can figure out that 4 cubes is fewer than 9 cubes. So 4 is less than 9, right? We can say that with confidence. So what that means is 4 is less than 9. That's how you would write that. The alligator is going to eat the 9 because it's the bigger, tastier number. Okay, we all want more. So the alligator is going to eat more. So this symbol means 4 is less than 9. Less than. Okay, so let's compare 25 and 17. So here's 25. We have 2 tens and 5 ones. And 17, we have 1 10 and 7 ones. So we know that 25 cubes is more than 17 cubes, or another way to say that would be 25 is greater than 17, or the way to write that with a symbol, instead of writing out all of this, you would say 25 is greater than 17. It's eating that bigger number. So if I was looking at this and I was saying, the alligator is eating the bigger number, whatever one it's eating is bigger. Remember that. It's greater than or more than. Here's our alligator symbol again over here. So we're going to compare 112 and 112. I put these up because what? I put them both up because they're exactly the same amount. So if you have 112 cubes and 112 cubes, if we look at the place values, remember they said to look at place values. So we have 1 100, 1 10, and 2 ones. Again, 1 100, 1 10, and 2 ones. So they're the same amount, which means they are equal. So 112 is equal to 112. 112 equals 112. This means equal to. That one you guys will probably not have too much difficulty with. Remember, when they're equal, when they're the same, you put an equal sign. Okay? So let's tie it all together here, guys. So our symbols to compare are less than, greater than, and equal to. So remember, less than, greater than, or equal to. The alligator is going to eat whatever number is bigger. We must look at place value to compare, because if we don't look at place value, we may make a mistake. It's pretty common. So that's our ones place value, our tens and 100s in our place value chart. Okay? So let's do a little bit of practice together. I'm going to walk you guys through this so we can really solidify what we just learned. So I went ahead and got our place value charts out. So we are going to compare 9 and 9. So using our place value chart, they're the same number, right? So all we have to do is draw 9 ones, which I'm doing as dots over here since you guys will be doing that. So are they less than, greater than, or equal to? The answer is pretty obvious. 9 is equal to 9, or if my little thing will disappear, 9 equals 9. Okay? Next, we are going to compare 29 and 23. So a little bit harder here because we are not doing just one digit in the ones place value. We are doing 2 digits on each. So we have a 10 and a 1 place value for each number. 10 and 1 place value. Okay? So when we're doing place value, we can draw 2 lines for tens because we know we have 2 sets of tens because 2 tens. And then we also have what? We have 9 ones. And I accidentally wrote the answer here, but let's still go ahead and go through this, guys, because it's good practice. Okay, so here we have, for 23, we have 2 tens, which is the same, right? 2 and 2. We have 3 ones, 1, 2, 3, which is 23. So are they greater than, less than, less than, greater than, or equal to? We can easily say 29 is greater than 23 after looking at our place value chart, not Mr. Bryce revealing the answer to you. So we can say that 29 is greater than 23. That alligator is going to eat that 29 because it is delicious and yummy and bigger than 23. Okay, so let's go ahead and compare 140 and 216. So now we're working with 3 digits. So that means we are going to be going into the hundreds place value for each number, and we will need to look at each place value in order to make our decision. So first, we can draw 1 square for the hundreds, that's right here. 4 lines for tens because we have 4 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4. And no ones because 0 means nothing. There are no ones. Okay? So we just have an even 140. Okay. So that gives us our first number. For our second number, we can draw 2 squares for hundreds, 1 line for tens, and 6 ones, or 116. So I forgot to write it out here, guys, but you can we can figure it out together. We would write 2 hundreds, 1 10, and 6 ones. So if we look at our place value chart, we are going to start from the left because we can see here that 1 100, right, and 2 100s. Well, if I have 2 100s, I know automatically, without even looking over here, so we don't even really need these. I know that this number, 216, is going to be greater, or 216 is going to be the bigger number, so 140 is less than 216. So 140 is less than 216. All right, guys, that's all I have for you for comparing numbers. There are online resources for you to check out, a couple of games. I posted another video. Feel free to watch the other one again. And then there's a couple worksheets as well. As usual, if you guys have any questions, let myself, Miss Miller, Miss Val, Miss Gina, let us know. We're here to help you guys, okay? Bye.